The 910 Comedy
Podcast Network.
Welcome to Marital Tiffs, where we invite you into our marriage to debate the not-so-important topics, discuss each other, and more. I'm Tim.
I'm Karen.
And we're a couple of married geeks who often get very passionate when we disagree about the super important topics like our favorite TV shows, personality traits, and whether I'm going to remember a tagline for this one.
What do you mean?
I totally forgot to write the signature line.
Oh, well, that's fine, because I feel like it was going to have something to do with making fun of astrology anyway.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that is what we talked about last week.
Yeah, I drew a blank there.
That was a fun one.
It was.
You're such a Cancer.
Oh, am I? Am I such a Cancer?
I don't know, actually. I have no idea.
Yeah. So how are you doing this week?
I'm good. For those who listened last week and are absolutely dying for bathroom updates from us renovating our home, it is mostly done.
Yep.
Mostly done. I said I wanted to have it done by the time our episode came out last week, but
it's really just finishes at this point.
Yeah.
Like how we're going to do the toilet paper hanger or whatever, those type of things.
Yeah, and I kind of got distracted by like redoing the living room in between there, so
yeah, you kind of didn't finish one project before you started the next.
That's just who I am as a person, and you married me. You chose
but the living room
so.
looks great.
It does look good. It looks really good.
A nice green accent wall with the white fireplace.
Here's the really annoying thing. The really annoying thing is there's probably like a 2-foot square patch on the wall that needs like one more coat.
Yeah.
And it's like just
and we ran out of paint.
Yeah, just come on already. Like we have to go back for like a sample cup of paint
pretty much
to fix and it's like kind of a darker color, so it's
to be fair, there's other spots that we have to touch up.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know, it's very
just
obvious,
annoying.
And it's like, really? And I know if you're the type of person who like doesn't feel quite satisfied until a project is finished, I'm with you. I feel you.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm still unable to get Hamilton songs stuck out of my head.
You'll never be satisfied, Tim.
I will never be satisfied. I've pretty much been singing random songs. It's never the same song, although I do keep going back to My Shot. Mm-hmm. But it's never the same song, and it's been ever since we watched that musical, which was amazing.
It was really good. Yeah, we meant to talk about it when it was like relevant when it just came out. It's still relevant, I guess, but
maybe we'll do an episode here soon talking about it.
No. Do you guys care about an episode worth of our thoughts on Hamilton? Let us know, I guess. We can, see if people care about, 25 minutes of Hamilton.
I mean, that's all anybody's talking about these days.
Yeah, but you have no choice about tonight's topic, people, because we're going back to BuzzFeed.
Oh, Lord, what do we got? Okay,
so this one, it's another quiz. And again, I haven't looked at all of these because I think it's fun for both of us when we're kind of both like,
to go in blind?
Yeah, and not prepare in any way, shape, or form. And the article, I'm not even kidding, the article itself is called, "I'm sorry, but you have to choose one of these red flags in a dating partner, and it's really frustrating," is the title of the article.
So this is which red flag would we rather overlook?
Yeah, so would you rather?
It's the better one.
You hate when I make you play Would You Rather.
I do.
But you don't have a choice because this is recorded, baby.
This is how you get me to do the quizzes.
Exactly. And I love Would You Rather. I love kind of those mind meld questions that make you really think.
I know you hate these, babe, but what if we did them as a podcast? Okay.
Step into my web, Tim. Okay, first question.
I did that 2 years ago when I married you.
Would you rather date, and you guys play along with us, please. I would love to hear your answers as well. Would you rather date someone who always asks for favors but never returns them, or constantly keeps their phone private from you?
I mean, we've talked about how the whole privacy thing on the phone isn't that big of a deal to me.
Yeah.
So I mean, neither one of those is really a red flag to me. The way I am. If I'm going to choose of the two, I guess I would say probably the favors, because I don't mind doing stuff for other people. I don't generally ask for things in return.
Yeah, that is true. You don't typically. You'd let people walk all over you
But
all the time.
Well, thanks, babe. But I mean, neither one of those are really red flags for me.
Yeah. I guess. I don't really know what the two have to do with each other. Like, I don't get how it's an either or.
I don't think that
You know?
it's a related thing. I think it's just these are two things that we consider red flags.
Okay.
So I'm sure none of these are really going to be related to each other.
I guess I agree. I guess I would rather have the person who asks for things, but wait, what? Asks me for favors, but wait, what is it? I'm confused.
Asks you for favors, but never does anything back for you.
Oh, yeah, I'd rather do that, I guess.
Yeah, you're a Hufflepuff.
True. Would you rather date someone who is going through a divorce or is single but still lives with their ex? Definitely the divorce for me.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with a divorced person.
Yeah, like who cares? You were just in a marriage, it didn't work out, whatever. But if you're still living with your ex, that's a bit of a red flag for me, for sure.
Yeah. Both of those are Ted Mosby at different points. We just finished watching How I Met Your Mother for the umpteenth time, but at different points, those are both Ted Mosby.
Who's he dating that's going through a divorce?
They're both Robin.
Going through a divorce?
Going through a divorce? Does it say going through or been through?
Going through.
Oh,
like,
going through?
Currently, it's happening right now.
Maybe not.
Like,
but
maybe they're separated is what they're trying to say. In North Carolina, you have to be separated for a year before you're, like, officially divorced.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Would you rather date someone who is really flaky with plans or is a bad tipper at restaurants?
I'd rather date the flaky person.
Yeah. I think to be a bad tipper speaks a lot about you
and
as a
how you
person.
consider other people. Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, neither one of those really speaks highly as to how they consider other people.
Yeah.
But
one of them is like they're rude to me, and one is like they're rude to another person, and it's like I can handle someone being rude to me. Well, not real. Like I would not date this person for a long time.
Not for long.
But I would much rather someone be rude to me than be rude to like a service
person.
Yeah, like that's
or person in the service industry.
If you don't tip, you're a bad person.
Shout out to the service industry workers who are going through a rough time right now, trying to get people take care of people.
I know. Yeah, if you don't tip, you're a bad person, and I said what I said.
No apologies.
Would you rather date someone who always talks about themselves and never about you, or never talks about themselves or opens up?
I think I could deal with somebody who doesn't open up, because I'm sure there are reasons for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I completely disagree. I would rather date someone who always talks about themselves and never about me, because it's like, okay, I get it, I'm not that interesting, but I couldn't deal with someone who never talks about themselves, like, or opens up to me in any way. Yeah. You think you could? Really?
I think I could.
Huh.
I mean, it doesn't mean that you don't get to know them. It just means that, they have walls up.
Yeah, but like you never really get to the root of why they are who they are, or like what they've been through or anything like that.
I can deal with that.
Well, I'm sorry you got me instead when you know my whole life story and everything about me.
I think I knew that by like date 3.
Would you rather date someone who never reveals anything about their past relationships or talks about their ex a lot? If you answer what I think you're going to answer, you're fake, because we had a conversation the other day that is making me think of this.
Wait, pose the question again?
Never reveals anything about their past relationships or talks about their ex a lot.
I mean, I guess I'd rather the person never talked about the past relationships.
Oh my God. The other day you were just saying how like you wouldn't mind somebody talking about their ex all the time.
There's a difference between like bringing it up from time to time and like never shutting up about
Not that I
it, though.
do, by the way, just saying. But like, I don't know how we had that conversation.
I don't remember.
But so you would rather, what you're saying is you'd rather, yeah, you're just like corroborating your previous answer. You'd rather date someone who never reveals anything about their past relationships.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I definitely would rather date someone who talks about their ex a lot because at the very least, they're like
Opening up to you.
Yeah. Rather date someone who gets jealous easily or never gets even slightly jealous.
That one's a little bit harder. But I'd rather they don't get jealous rather than getting overly jealous. Like I'm okay with a healthy amount of jealousy, but if it's like never jealous or always jealous, I'd rather never jealous.
Well, I think the implication is that jealous has the connotation of like it's going to reflect negatively on like how they treat you or what they say to you or something, right? Like if someone's jealous, like the fact that someone feels jealousy is not a problem, but what you're saying is if they react in a way that like typically traditionally jealous people when they're like maybe placing restrictions on you or things like that. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I guess, yeah.
I would rather no jealousy than all the jealousy, but I think it's good to have some jealousy, some level of jealousy.
So the feeling of jealousy is fine. It's just like what they do with the jealousy.
I'd say so.
Okay. Well, Tim, if someone were to open up to you about their past relationships and traumas, maybe you'd understand why they got jealous all the time.
Maybe.
Would you rather date someone who always jokes and can't be serious or is always serious and can't take a joke? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, these answers here at the bottom are like,
all related
they're all
to
related.
each other.
The first one was like, would you rather A or X?
Always serious and never jokes or always jokes and is never serious.
Yes.
I think I'd rather have always joking. Yeah. I think of the two, I'd rather have always joking.
I guess me too. I guess, like, I can't imagine.
Because at least most of the time it's fine.
Yeah, and I can't imagine a life without, like, laughter. And, like, you and I kind of poke fun in, like, a loving way at each other a lot and things like that. I can't imagine being really happy in a relationship where that was just not true. But I don't know. I think for it to be, like, completely jokey all the time, even when there's like, someone dies or something like that and you're like really sad and the person's like, heh.
Well, yeah, I mean, all of these are, the best is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But if I have to choose between the two extremes, I'd rather always joking and never serious.
Okay, this next one, I really don't know what you're going to say. Would you rather date someone who seems bored by you or has different political opinions than you?
Ooh.
I know, that's a tough one.
I'd rather date somebody who's... I guess it depends on how different the political views are. Mm-hmm. Like, if it's like an extreme difference, get me bored all day.
Yeah.
If it's minor opinions or, nothing too serious or you can find some compromise, then that's fine. But if it's like way left versus way right, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, true. I guess I would rather. Yeah, I just don't know that I could support in these times. I don't think that I could spend any amount of time with somebody like in a significant way that has significantly political opinions than me.
Right.
So, yeah, I guess seems bored by me would be the choice.
I'm trying really hard not to get into a political rant right now.
Okay, so let's just move on.
Moving on.
Would you rather date someone who has never been in a serious relationship or just got out of a serious relationship?
Never been in a serious relationship.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Somebody who just got out of a serious relationship, more often than not, A, you're a rebound. And B, there's going to be so much focus on that ex
Yeah.
that it's going to be very hard to get through that. I could deal with somebody who's never been in a serious relationship.
Never?
Yes.
If you and I got divorced right now, you at 33 would be fine dating someone appropriate for your age that's never been in a relationship before.
Sure.
Are you serious? Who hasn't been like? Okay, I don't want to.
It may
I don't wanna
it may
offend
not
anybody,
be it may
but-
not be easy, but yeah.
I just. I would rather do the serious relationship because if nothing else, then at least, you know, they're probably really primed to like open up to me, which I guess is the theme of what we're learning about me tonight, which is I really enjoy when people open up to me. So that one would be the choice for me. Oh God. Okay, yeah, I definitely know the answer for the next one for me. Would you rather date someone who describes all their exes as crazy or cheated in their last relationship? I don't trust anybody who says like all of my exes are crazy. Like if all of your exes are crazy, is it really your exes that are crazy?
Yes, but I mean, there's something to be said about those who cheat.
I guess, but I don't know. I think to describe all of your exes as crazy means that you are a person who doesn't have the ability to claim responsibility. Like a situation most of the time is never the fault of just one person, I would say. So
Yeah.
if like you think all of your exes are crazy and that's how you describe them to people,
There's a common
there's something
denominator
wrong
and
with
it's
you.
you.
Yeah, you are the crazy
I mean,
one.
yeah, I guess I'd probably go with someone who cheated in their last relationship.
Because it could be someone who cheated but did take responsibility for it and did like apologize and do what they could and whatever to make it better, but the other person just couldn't get over it or they split up for a different reason or whatever the case may be. But in all cases, in my opinion, if you're describing all of your exes as crazy, every
You're probably
single
the
time
crazy one.
you are the narcissist who like can't take responsibility for anything in your life. Moving on. Would you rather date someone who likes to get serious fast or likes to play games?
Get serious fast.
Same. Yeah.
100%. That's not even a
100%.
question. Like,
Don't play games.
right.
Like, stop.
I was never one to play games.
No, you really weren't. When we were dating, you were just like, do you like me or no? Like,
Yeah. Like, are we doing this? Because if not, then I'm moving on.
Yeah. Would you rather date someone who never compliments you or never takes you on a real date? What's a real date? Define a real date, first of all.
Yeah, I'd say never take you on a real date because that's just too hard to define.
Yeah, like,
So
what does that mean? Like, an expensive place, a sit-down place? Like, maybe,
don't judge me for the dates that I take you on.
I know, like, maybe their speed is, like, they do like to, me, as an introvert, like to be at home and, like, cook a nice meal and sit out on the deck and drink wine or whatever. Like, maybe that's totally, like, a great night for them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
and maybe to them, that's a really considerate, really amazing date. So, yeah, I would definitely say the never takes you on a quote-unquote real date option for me. Would you rather date someone who doesn't get along with your friends or doesn't get along with your family?
I don't know on that one. Pass.
No, you have to answer. This is being recorded. For me, I would say I would rather date someone who doesn't get along with my friends.
Yeah, I guess like if it's either or, sure.
Yeah. Because, like, you can have a friendship with someone that doesn't necessarily include your significant other. Like, you can, you know, in the before times anyway, you can go out to a bar or, like, go have fun with your friends at their house or something, and your significant other would just be like, okay, I'll see you later. But it's really hard when
They don't get along with your family.
Yeah, I would say for friends for sure. Okay, and the last one. Would you rather date someone who never talks about your future together or has never been single for more than 2 weeks? So basically, would you rather date someone who seems like maybe they have commitment issues with you or they are a person who doesn't ever, like, not commit to someone?
I guess I would say doesn't talk about the future.
Really?
Only because to me, somebody who doesn't stay out of a relationship for more than 2 weeks is somebody who probably isn't all that committed to you in the first place. Somebody who's not talking about the future may just be kind of a live in the present type of person. Maybe. But somebody who jumps right into another relationship, do they really care about you in the first place?
Maybe, or maybe they just, maybe they don't operate as a single person, and maybe there's like problems there, things there that you wouldn't want to address, but I don't know. I don't really see it as like a problem for someone to never be single, but I guess, I just don't know that, especially if I were starting to get serious about a person and they'd refuse to talk about the future with me at any point, I don't think I could continue in that relationship. So I guess I'd go with the latter.
Yeah. And I mean, it's worth noting that in almost all of these, somewhere in the middle is the best. Yeah. These are kind of two extremes in each example.
But the game is...
I know.
Isn't it fun? Isn't it a fun game, Tim?
Loads of fun, sweetheart.
So really quick, before we end the episode, maybe you and I should each say, like, a red flag deal breaker that we have that hasn't been mentioned.
I don't know. I don't really have anything that jumps to mind.
Really?
Yeah.
There was never anything like, I would never go there when you were single?
I'm sure there has, but I haven't thought about being single in a long time.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, wow, that makes me sound bad because I have quite a few, but...
Oh, yeah? Like what?
I mean, there's like definitely someone who doesn't apologize is a big one for me.
Okay.
Like, really big.
As opposed to me, who over-apologizes.
That's what I love about you. Or one of the things I love about you. But, yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I guess, and it falls under the general category of, like, being able to take responsibility for things. But, yeah, someone who, like, I know that, for an example, my friend was in, and it was a friend, it wasn't actually me, but a friend was...
This isn't like a friend wink?
No, but a friend was in this relationship where, like, they'd have a fight, and then the person would, like, their partner would be like, well, that happened, and we'll just move on. And it's like, that's not how healthy relationships are. Like, you have to apologize, you have to take accountability, responsibility, all of those things, and if not, then it's just, like, a fakeness.
Right.
That is just, like, uncomfortable. And, yeah, that's definitely a huge red flag for me.
Okay.
But I definitely want to hear about you guys as well. If there's any particular, like, red flag or any dating story involving, maybe discovering a red flag that you didn't know about before. I definitely want to hear about it.
You can weigh in on all social media at Marital Tiffs on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also email us at maritaltiffs@gmail.com. Be sure to subscribe anywhere you find your podcast. And if you're an Apple Podcast listener, please rate and review us. You can find us on the 910 Comedy Podcast Network. Check out 910 Comedy on Facebook and tune into our sister shows, That's Just My Face, Dead Girls Talking, and my sports show, Hometown Crowd.
Sports are coming back.
Finally.
Tim's excited.
Thanks for listening to Marital Tiffs.